We'll run over just a little bit, obviously. And we'll wait and see if we get, I think no, Kaz might be in. No, but okay. Well, we'll start because we're a little on the late side. So coming up to stand to begin with. So I think if you've got any issues or any conditions, let me know in the chat. This is the advanced session, obviously, so we will be mainly down on the mat, but we will start with a standing warm up. So just let me know if there's or if there's anything specific you want to work on tonight. So we will work mainly core again, but if you want to do a little bit more flexibility for the hamstrings or anything else, then do let me know and we can incorporate that into class tonight. So just find your Pilates posture to begin with. Feet hip width apart. Have a look down at your toes. Make sure you've got your weight evenly on your feet. So little toe, big toe, little bit of weight on the heels. Pull up through the thighs, drawing up through into the belly. And remembering that if at any point during the class there's anything that doesn't feel quite right or an exercise that isn't for you, if you're carrying an injury or anything else, then please come out of it and rest. Put a message in the chat if you're live with us today. Otherwise, let's get on. So we're going to circle the shoulders to start with, just big circles. So drawing this zip up into our belly button, pulling the belly button towards the spine, just circling the shoulders, and then take the elbows, hands to the shoulders, circle the elbows. So keep nice and strong in the core today, folks. And then circle the arms all the way back, big circles. Keeping the connection with those feet on the ground. 2 more. 1 more, and then take it the opposite way. So circling forwards, shoulders circle forwards. Keep this core strong. So squeeze the bottom underneath, pelvis underneath. And then take a circle forwards with the arms. Try and keep the center strong as you circle those arms. Good, 2 more. Good, last one. Good, take a reach up and take a side bend. So you can hold onto the wrist or just a gentle side bend. Come back to the center, opposite side. So side bend, warming this lower back up. 2 more. Back to the center. Good, and release down. Take a roll forwards, Pilates roll. So roll the shoulders forwards, bring the weight forwards, tuck the chin in, relax the shoulders, rolling down, pulling in through the belly. If you're feeling okay, coming all the way down, little stretch on the hamstrings, and then roll all the way back up. Circle the shoulders backwards, float up onto the toes. Really squeeze down through those big toes. 1 more. Gentle roll down, breathing out. Coming all the way down, and then rolling up. Circle shoulders backwards, floating up onto the toes. Good. Take this toe tap out for the hip. So hip opener. Lift the leg up, take it out. Just tap it down today. Use this core, pulling all the way back. So just a gentle tap down with the foot. Remember, we're on advanced today. So push that toe down, take the foot round and back in. 1 more. So 4 on the one side, really challenging that core and the balance today already. So lifting up, take it out, push down, draw it back. Push this big toe down to the ground on the standing leg. Draw up with that pelvic floor. Come all the way back. Good. Just a gentle march through the legs. So getting some weight onto the ankles. Gentle stretch through the calves, through the ankles. Good. We're going to roll down. We're going to come out to a plank. So just for a second. So take a roll down, breathing out, rolling all the way down. Walk the hands out into your plank, coming all the way out, taking it out into that plank, bottom down, and then walking all the way back in, rolling all the way back up. So coming all the way back up, circle shoulders backwards, floating arms. Good, let's come again. So rolling down, all the way down. Roll, 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 roll. Come all the way out into your plank, drawing up with the head, breathing in, and then come all the way back. Rolling all the way back up. Circle shoulders backwards, floating up onto the arms. Good. Let's take 2 more. So rolling forwards, all the way forwards, rolling all the way down. I'll put this on, I get a little chillier now that I've stopped my HIIT class. Roll all the way down, take that out to that plank, and then roll all the way back up. Circle shoulders backwards, float the arms. Good, last one, rolling down, all the way down, breathing out, roll all the way down, come all the way out into your plank. Hold it there, looking down at the thumbs, come all the way back in. Roll all the way up. Circle shoulders backwards, floating up. Good, come to that side bend again. So take just a gentle side bend and then lift the arm up. So breathing in, take the arm over the head and coming all the way back down. Opposite side, so coming down and then lifting the arm up, breathing in, coming all the way over the top. Coming all the way back down to the side, coming down. Take me a knee lift. So bring opposite elbow into the knee. Keep the core strong. So we're going to come in, opposite elbow to knee, reach out long. Into knee, reach out long. Good, 2 more. Into knee, reach out long. Last one. We're going to come down and do this one in plank. So opposite arms, knee to elbow. So lifting in, take it back down. Keeping strong through the core. So remembering this feeling as you come down onto the mat. Last one. Good. So take a roll down, come into that plank. So rolling all the way down. Now make sure your feet are still facing forwards. Take that roll out into plank. Make sure big toe, little toe on the ground. Spread the fingers. Hands down. Elbows facing forwards. So bring opposite knee into elbow. Take it back. Make it controlled so the upper body does not move. Just the knees, knee to elbow. Take it back. So breathing out to bring it in. Breathing in to come back. 1 more each side. Breathe it out. Last one. Good. Come all the way down onto the knees. Sit the bottom back. Come into a child's pose stretch. From here, take the arms over to the right side. So you're aiming to get your nose towards your knee. Nose towards knee. Arms go over, feeling the stretch down this outer arm and outer hip. Nose towards the knee. And then come all the way back to center. Take it to the opposite side. So over to the opposite side. Bring that nose towards the knee. And come back to the center. Good. Come back up onto all fours. Knees hip width apart. Elbows just facing forwards. So we're just going to come into our gentle Superman to begin with, just to keep that stability. So we're going to slide opposite arm, opposite leg out, and then lift up, squeezing up, and then come all the way back. Just warming up. So finding that length through the body. Come all the way back. So just 2 on each side, and then we're going to add on. Good, last one. So this time we're going to take the arm and the leg out long. So reaching out, and then we're going to swim this arm around the outside. Keep looking down at your hand. Swim it down, bring it underneath the body, take it out long, and then come all the way back down. So you're just making that movement twice as long almost. So take it out, breathing out, come long. Slide the arm around the outside, swim it around. You can bend the arm if you're challenged for space. Take the arm all the way back out in front, and then come all the way back in. Good, we're going to do 3 on each side. Make sure the hips are coming down towards the ground. So you're not rolling the hips as you take the arm out. So take a nice reach, but keep this hip facing down, toes down towards the ground. Take it all the way around. Underneath the body, swim it back out in front, pulling in with the core, and then come all the way down. Good, last one. So 3 on each side. Take it all the way out. Swim it all the way around. Bring it back out in front. Come all the way down. Good, release down, find that stretch again, just releasing all the way down. Bottom towards the heels. And then come over onto the back. We're going to come into our leg slide. So we're going to do leg slide, knee drop again today. I think we did this last week. So leg slide, knee drop. So bring the feet up to tabletop today. Working the core straight away. So bring the core, engage the core, navel towards spine. Bring the legs into tabletop. Hold and breathe. And then just tap one foot down to the ground and slide it out along the mat. So slide it out long and then draw it all the way back into tabletop. Opposite side. So sliding out long. Bring it all the way back. Then take a knee drop. So knee drops out to the side. Comes back to the center. Pull the belly button in. Opposite side. So drop it out to the side. Pulling back. So we're just going to keep repeating that. Keep the belly in. If it's getting too strong, put one foot down on the ground, especially if the back is arching. Slide the leg out. Hover that foot off the ground as it slides out. Pull in with the belly. Come all the way back. And then take that knee drop out to the side. So opening up in the hips, but working the core tonight. So your choice, foot up or foot down. Hold it out long. Bring it all the way back. Keep that belly pulled in, back on the ground, shoulders on the ground. Take the leg out to the side. Come all the way back. Good. 3 more on each side. So really focusing tonight on keeping this connection with the back and the shoulders. So as the legs are up, that back isn't arching through the center. So sliding down, keeping that connection here. And then as you come back up, dropping the knee out to the side, keeping that connection, coming all the way back. When you've done the last one, so 3 more on each side. When you've done the last one, draw the knees into the chest and gently just rock the knees side to side. So just gentle rock side to side. Good, and then we're going to open up the legs a little bit more. So same kind of thing, but we're going to turn the hip out at the end, move the leg. So we're going to take it from that tabletop position to begin with. Slide the leg down to the ground and then take it out. Make sure the hip stays in neutral. So toe down, come all the way back in. So slide the leg out along the floor and then take it out to the side, just a few inches. Keep the hips still. Come all the way back. Bring it back in. Now you can add the arms onto this one as well. So as you slide the leg out, take it out to the side, you can take the opposite arm over the head and over to the side. So your choice. Keeping those knees in tabletop, 1 foot down if you need to, remember. So arm and leg go out long. And then when you're at your longest point, pull in through the core, take the arms out. So imagine your hands are on a clock face and they're going from 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, just out 1 digit on the clock. So sweeping out long to the back of the room and the front of the room, and then take the legs out to the side, bring them back. Bring back into the center. 2 more on each side, and then draw again, draw the knees into the chest. Gentle rock backwards and forwards or side to side, just gently releasing through the spine. Good, and then we're going to come back to that back to that tabletop position. So tabletop with the knees, arms to the ceiling. We're going to start with our shoulder shrugs, and then we're going to do our rope climb. So keep the knees where they are, just over the hips, and then just reach up as high as you can, and then pull the shoulders back down to the ground. So reaching high so the shoulders are off the ground, and then pulling back down. So reaching high, shoulders down, reaching high, shoulders down. So you're doing this kind of movement, just a little shoulder shrug. So reaching high, shrugging the shoulders back. Then we're going to do our rope climb. So finding this strong core, hands to the ceiling. So to begin with, right arm is going to reach up a little. Right arm reaches a little up. Left arm reaches. As the left arm reaches, the head's going to lift up, shoulders lift up. Keep climbing up with that rope. Right arm, left arm, and then come all the way back down. Head down, shoulders down. Try it the other side. So left arm reaches first. Right arm reaches. Reaching up, and then come all the way back down. Make sure the neck feels okay. If the neck doesn't, just carry on with the shoulder reaches. Just opposite arm, just lifting up this time. So that's your option. You can just lift up and keep the head on the ground. Otherwise, let's do 4 more with the reach. Reach, reach, and relax. Make sure you're doing opposite arm each time. So you're starting with one arm and then releasing down. Good. When you've done the last one, draw the knees into the chest. This time, lift the chin up to the chest. You're bringing the neck up off the ground. Lift the chin into the chest. And then release all the way back down. Good. Just have a gentle hug side to side. And then we're going to bring the feet back into that tabletop position. And we're going to do knee drop with a push. So bring the knees into the tabletop position. Arms by the side. This time we're going to tap down with one foot. Just tap down to the ground so that the toe comes down. Bring it back to that crook knee position. And then push the heel away. So imagine you're ringing a doorbell on doorbell height. Push it out and then bring it back to that central position. So tapping down, breathe out, tap the toe down, lift up, and then push that leg away, keeping the core strong. Heel pushes. Come back into bent knee. So tabletop, tap down, keep the back strong, bring it back up, push the heel away, push out, breathe out. Come back in. Good. So tapping down, lifting up, pushing away with the heel. Good. So do 4 more on each side if you can. If you need to rest, draw the knees into the chest. Just breathing in and breathing out. So when you push that heel away, about 45 degrees. So keeping the knee above the opposite knee. So pushing out, knee doesn't drop too far down. So just releasing down, tapping back up, pushing the heel away, coming out. Good. Release down when you're ready. Draw the knees into the chest. And this time we're going to take both legs to the ceiling. This is a good one, but it's going to be a strong one. So just if the back doesn't feel quite ready for this one, come back to the toe tap. Otherwise, both feet to the ceiling. Good. Both feet to the ceiling, both hands to the ceiling. So we're going to reach hands and feet all the way up to the ceiling, lifting the head off the ground. So breathe out and reach up, but try not to reach forward. Try and just reach everything up. If you can lift the tail off the ground. So really squeeze up and then release back down. So drawing the belly in, squeeze up, release down. Good. Squeezing up. Make sure you bring those shoulders back down to the ground. Breathing out and reach and release. Now we're going to take the legs out. So we're going to lower one leg down, keep the opposite leg up. So lift up with the arms, reach up, and then lower one leg down. lifting up. This is strong on the neck, so if it's not for you, then come back just to the lifting up and the releasing down. So lower one leg down, lifting up. Good. 2 more if you can. Breathing out, lower one leg down. Keep that opposite leg up to the ceiling. Lifting up. Should start to really feel that core working. Keep the back strong, belly button pulled in. Last one. Draw the knees into the chest. Take a gentle rock side to side. Bring the feet down to the ground, arms out horizontal, and take a side twist. So feet together, knees together, arms out horizontal, and just take a side twist to release through the back. So breathing out. Come back to the center. Opposite side. Back to the center. Good. One more. Over to one side. Back to center. Last one. Good. We're going to do one more for the abs. So this time we're going to bring the feet up, but turn the knees out. So bring the big toes together, turn the feet out so you've got a big diamond shape with your knees. Bring your hands, palms together, place them behind your head, head on the ground. So behind the head, head on the ground, pull the belly button in, find that strong core. As you breathe out, you're going to bring the hands up towards the feet. So lifting overhead and then breathing out, lifting hands up towards feet. If you need to come up and look and see this one, please do. So breathing out, lifting up, breathing in, coming back. So opening up through the thighs, breathing out, coming back. One more, breathe out. And come back. Bring the knees together, lower them down to the ground. And again, just come side to side with the legs. So breathing out, bring them onto one side and gently over to the other side. Good. One more. Opposite side. Good. Let's start to work on the back. So come into bridge. So feet down on the ground, hip width apart. Make sure big toes and little toes are down and both feet are on the mat. Bring the hands down by the side of the body, shoulders down on the ground. So take a deep breath in, and when you're ready to start to peel the bottom up. So tilting to begin with, pushing down through the feet, and start to send the thighs up towards the sky. Coming up, if you can, onto the shoulders. Keep the nose looking towards the ceiling and just pushing up. Just squeeze that bottom, holding up there, breathing in, breathing out, and then lowering all the way down one vertebra at a time. Releasing down. Good. One more. So coming all the way up, squeezing up into that bridge. Now, if this is strong enough for you already on the back, stick with this one. Squeeze the bottom when you come up and then release all the way back down. This next one is quite a strong one. So you decide how you feel. Make sure the feet, both feet are facing forwards. Don't move the feet on this one. Bring one leg into tabletop. So we're going to challenge this core now and challenge this strength through the one side. So one foot in tabletop, place both hands on your hip bones so that you're pushing up both sides at the same time. So breathing out this time, we're going to squeeze the bottom up, squeezing up through one side. So let me show you side on. So hands on the hips so that you're making sure both hips are coming up at the same rate. Knee over the hip, pushing up through that one leg, standing leg. This one is going to help to strengthen the ankle and test the balance as well. When you come back down, you can just come halfway. So you've still got that little gap and then start to push back up again. Watch that the knee doesn't roll outwards or inwards. So pressing up, we're going to do 6 on the same side if we can. Breathing out, If it starts to be too strong for the back, remember, pull the leg back down and just do the normal bridge. So releasing back down. So when you've done 6, release all the way back down. Take a knee hug if you need to release. And then change over to the opposite side. So one leg in tabletop, hands on the hips. Hands on the hips just means that you're not, just to check that both hips are coming up together. Sometimes if we've got one foot, we're going to push up through that hip first, and this hip, the other opposite hip's going to rotate out. So we want to make sure both hips are coming up at the same rate. So just squeezing up, and that the pelvis is staying steady. It's not rotating. Pushing back down. So 6 on the same side, and then lifting the knees again, drawing the knees into the chest. Take a gentle hug. Then bring the foot over the knee. So bring the right foot over the left knee. So hip opener. Push the thigh away. Draw the belly in. So you're coming into this nice stretch for the lower back and the hip. Push the thigh away. Draw the belly in. Hold and breathe. Just a gentle press. So keeping that hip open. Try and keep that hip nice and open. Now, if you can, leave it there. Come back with the hands onto the bony bits of the hips and try that bridge again. So keep that hip, try and keep that hip open. So you're going to press up again and keep that hip open. This is going to open up a bit more in the front of the hip into the psoas. Try not to let that knee come back in towards the central position. Pushing out. Again, both hips coming up at the same time. If you need to look at this one, roll up to seated and have a little look. So pushing down. Again, make sure you haven't moved that standing foot inwards. Have to stay out at hip distance. Pushing all the way up, squeezing up. Feeling this nice stretch down the front of the hip. Pushing up, squeezing up. And then release. Good. Uncross the legs. Take the opposite side. Find the stretch first. So foot over, toes up. Push the thigh away. Make sure the hips are still in that foot knee, still in that hip width position. Push that thigh away. Maybe feel a gentle stretch here in the front of the hip. Don't worry if you don't. If you're nice and open already. Don't always. Good. And then take that push up again with the bridge. So keep this thigh open, just gently pressing up. So pressing up through the body, squeezing the glutes, squeezing the bottom, opening up through the front of these thighs into the psoas. So very important for lower back pain or back strengthening is to open up through the front of the hip, as well as strengthening the back and the abdominals. Good, so make sure we've done 6 on each side, squeezing up. And then again, uncross the legs, draw the knees into the chest. Gentle rock side to side. And then roll everyone to one side, come up to a seated position. Good. Hopefully we felt that core working, and then we felt those glutes working on that second one. So we're going to bring the legs out wide now into our straddle position. And we're going to rotate through the spine. We're going to come into a little clam. Oh, I've forgotten the word for it. Anyway, we're going to... I can't remember that. I'm having a senior moment where I've forgotten. We're going to come out with our arms over our legs, and then we're going to rotate through the spine. So rotate through the spine and then bring the arm down towards the foot. So we're stretching through the hamstrings, but we're still strengthening through the core. So coming across, breathing out, coming forwards, come all the way back. Good. So rotating through the spine, coming back. Oh, it's sore, isn't it? Oh, how did I get that mixed up with clam? Oh, it's been a long day. Good. Relax the shoulders. So twisting through the waist, feeling the strength through the core. but also stretching through the hamstrings. So breathing out, coming back to center. Starting to take a little bit of a deeper reach if you can, but only if it feels good. Come back to center. We'll do 2 more. Breathing out, coming back. Good. Come back to center. Lower the arms down. Bring the legs in. Bring the soles of the feet together, and just let the legs just releasing all the way down. Good. And then cross the legs. Let's take a side stretch. So we're going to come round to the side and then stretch. So we're going to come round with a side twist, breathing out, just opening up again through the back, realigning the spine. And then coming back to the center, keep the sit bones down, bring the arms forwards and fold as far as you can. So really reaching forwards, keeping the sit bones down. Try and squeeze the sit bones down, reaching forwards. Stretching through those hips again. Come all the way back and take the opposite side. So bringing the arm across, hand behind, relax the shoulders. Take that side twist. Breathing out. And then come back to the center. Take that reach forwards, breathing all the way out. Coming all the way back. Good. Let's come into swan. So bring the right leg, right knee forwards, foot towards the groin, and take the left leg back. So the left leg is strong behind you. Show you side on, strong behind you. Try and bring this foot a little bit further forwards. And Bruna, if that back is sore or not too strong, bring that knee, bend that knee into a 90-90. So what we call 90-90 position. So you can either be in bent knee or legs straight behind. Roll the hip forwards and then come down onto the elbows. So elbows down and coming into that swan position for stretching through the hips. Again, we're stretching the hips with this one. So let me show you side on. So this hip either is stretching down, rolling the outer hip down, or you can bend that leg, back leg. So you're still getting a little bit of work into this hip, but not too much pressure on the back. Good. So down onto the elbows. Just hold it there. Push that hip down to the ground. And then come back up onto the hands. Squeeze the bottom and just lift the chest. So breathing in, squeeze the bottom, lift the chest. Remember, if this is too strong, come out, bring the legs back round to the front into cross leg position. So hold and breathe. We're opening up these hips, but it is a strong one. Good. So again, if you can, if you're feeling flexible in the hips and you're feeling okay, knees are okay, bend the back leg up, hold with the foot and draw the foot in towards the bottom. You can come onto the side again. So come onto the side if you want to. Draw the leg in towards the bottom. So stretching through the front of the thigh into the quads. If it's too strong for you, with it out, all the way out, then bring it back, bring it down onto the side, sit on the side. Otherwise, holding where you can, breathing in, breathing out, and then releasing all the way down. Bring the leg back round to the front, back into that butterfly. Bring the feet, soles of the feet together and just butterfly the legs out. Just give them a little bit of a release. And then take the legs out in front. Just come into a forward fold. So just releasing through the legs. And then come to the opposite side. So left leg in front this time. So left leg in front, right leg sweeps all the way around the back. Remember, you can come into 90-90. So flexing, or take the foot all the way around. Roll the hip down towards the ground. Bring this foot a little bit further forwards if you can. Make sure the knee feels comfortable. and then come down onto the elbows. So elbows down, head down. Just try and breathe and relax through that hip. So keep that outer hip rolling down towards the ground. Feeling that nice stretch through the hips. So breathing in, breathing out. Remember to come out at any point. Come out and come back into cross leg if you need to. Otherwise, hands down now, pushing back through the shoulders, coming up into a gentle back bend, but squeeze the bottom. Good, hold and breathe. So remember, you can sit onto the thigh if you need to. Bend the back leg up, hold on to the toes or the base of the foot, and just draw that back leg in towards the bottom. So you're aiming the little toe towards the outer edge of your hip. You can come back into that swan if you want, keeping it up, drawing that leg in. So just easing out that thigh. Hold and breathe. I find this one still quite a little bit of a challenge. And at the moment, with not doing as much, not going out as much, our hamstrings and our thighs are tight. Release off, bring the legs round to the center, feet together, and butterfly the legs. And for those that were here last week, I did say that obviously working the core, working the abs and the muscles of the back is important for our posture, but so is releasing the tension in our hips, our hamstrings, and even in our quadriceps. So is getting all that balance. Good, take the legs out long, and again, just forward fold. So try and get the sit bones out of the way, and then just gentle forward fold. Breathing in, breathing out. Find that forward fold. And release. Good. Coming back round onto hands and knees. So we're going to work low plank just for a little bit of strength work before we finish. So I want you to come onto hands and knees, draw the belly in, wrists as well. We're going to work the wrists. So our hands and knees, and then we're going to bring the elbows down where the hands are. So keep the belly pulled in, drawing through the core, bring the elbows down to where the hands were, and then bring your weight forwards. So your belly should be horizontal to the floor. So elbows down, but belly still horizontal to the floor. So you're not got the bottom in the air or the bottom down. Nice horizontal, flat back. Imagine you've got something on your back and you've got something underneath your belly. So you've got to be in that nice box position. So just hold it there, look down at your hands. Hold it in that box position. Again, if this is a little bit too strong, come back into tabletop position and just hold in that nice, strong tabletop position. So from here, interlace the fingers if you can. Turn the toes under at the back, and then keeping that bottom where it is, so that bottom and that back nice and straight. Just straighten one knee and then straighten the opposite knee. So we're coming down into that low plank. So squeeze the bottom down, and then just bring one knee back down to the ground, and then the opposite knee. So we're just walking through the knees. So bringing those knees out, so long, nice and long. And then we're just bringing one knee down, and then the opposite knee down. So keeping strong through the core, one knee down, opposite knee down. When you need to rest, bring both knees down to the ground and take a stretch back into child's pose. Otherwise, let's go for 4 more. So in that low plank, one knee down, breathe out. And then rest both knees down, come back into that child's pose. So sitting all the way back, stretch the arms out. Let's take that side reach again. So bring the arms over to one side, nose towards the knee. Feeling that stretch through the side waist, into the shoulder, and then all the way back to the center and over to the opposite side. So just finding that length through the body. And coming back to the center. Good, come all the way back up, come into a seated position. Cross the legs. So let's open out through the shoulders to finish. So drawing the belly in, just circling the shoulders. Hope you've had a nice stretch, but a little bit of work on that core again tonight. Take the right arm up, take it behind the head and open up through this tricep into the shoulder. So opening up here, and then if you feel like you're nice and open, take the opposite arm, wrap it around the back and try and join the fingers together. So you're squeezing this shoulder back, hold and squeeze. So if those arms are together, draw the belly in, or if you're feeling good, bring the weight forwards, keep the head up, bring the weight forwards. If it's too strong, just keep here. So really making sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, pulling the belly button in still, nice straight spine, and then release all the way out. Circle both shoulders. Take the opposite way. So arm up, take the hand behind the neck, just gently, reaching up through this elbow, just easing the elbow back. Pulling up through the spine still, sitting nice and tall. Take the other arm, wrap it around. Keep this shoulder pushing back, wrapping around. If those hands are nearly touching, or if you're feeling strong and comfortable, bring the weight forwards, gently forwards. And then come all the way back up, release the arms. Again, circle the shoulders. Good, take the legs out long. Again, get rid of the fleshy part behind the bottom. Draw the belly in, point the toes. Bring the hands down by the side of the body and just gently come forwards into your forward fold. But keep the back straight. So pulling up through the core, crown of the head is going towards the toes, not down towards the knees. So keeping up nice and straight. See how far you can go. Close the eyes, take 3 breaths. Really feel the length through the spine and through the hamstrings. So hold and breathe. Pull the belly in. See if you can go another millimetre, another inch closer to the ground. And then release out. Give the legs a shake. Circle the toes one way. And circle them the opposite way. Good, let's go again. So really drawing up, keeping nice and tall, coming forward. So breathing out, but feeling the legs. Keep the head chin up and head going towards the toes. So really just coming out a little bit at a time. Breathing out, drawing the belly in. See if you can go a little further. And then release. This time bring the toes up, one toe, heel and toe, just pushing through the feet. Good, last time. So coming into your forward fold, just breathing out through the hamstrings, just releasing all the way down, keeping that head up. Just hold and breathe. Drawing the belly in, see if you can go a little further. And then see if you can now, see if you can touch underneath the legs. If you can you reach underneath that instep and then draw the body a little further down? Only if you can, remembering just working at your own pace. Draw the belly in. See if you can draw the head a little further down and then release. Give the legs a shake. Good. Come back into cross-legged sitting and just sit up nice and tall. Place the hands on the knees. And we're just going to do a little bit of mindful breathing just to finish off. So pelvic floor breathing. I want you to imagine you're going to breathe in for a count of 5 and slowly take the breath all the way up to the crown of the head. So breathing in first, we're going to breathe in for 5. Breathe in. 5, and then hold. We're going to hold for 5. Keep squeezing up pelvic floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe all the way out. This time we're going to come a little bit further up. We're going to try and bring the breath all the way up to the belly button. So imagine you're squeezing up. So squeeze up. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull the belly button in. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Good. Close the eyes and do it this time. We're going to bring the breath all the way up into the throat this time. So breathing in, come all the way up. So breathing in, pull up pelvic floor, and then draw your breath all the way up to your throat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. And then release all the way back down. Good. One more time. Remember to still engage that pelvic floor. We're going to bring the breath all the way up to the crown of the head this time. So breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 2, 1, and then let go. Good. Bring your breath back to a normal breath. Circle the shoulders back. Drop the chin down to the chest. And then lifting back up. Good. I heard somebody say today, instead of dropping the ear, we're going to lift the ear. So we're going to lift the right ear to the right ear to the sky. That's going to confuse you, isn't it? Lift your right ear to the sky. So you're dropping the opposite one down, but lift the right ear to the sky. I quite like that one, rather than dropping your ear, lifting your ear. Come back to the center and opposite side. So lift your left ear to the sky. Just coming down, nice stretch through the neck. And come back to the center. Give yourself a hug. It's Mental Health Awareness Week. So really give yourself a hug, and then take the arms up above the head, breathing in and breathing out. And again, give yourself a hug. Lifting up, breathing in and breathing out. Good. Thank you very much, everybody. I hope that was all right. And we've got another, I think we've got one more week. I'll put in the chat my email address and my website. Tomorrow I am doing, not for Active Newham, but I am doing for Team London a mental health awareness session. We're doing a little bit of chair-based exercise and a little bit of colour therapy. So, colour visualization. So if anybody wants to join in with that, do get in touch. And if you know anybody that is pregnant or postnatal, or just of kind of around that age, then we're doing health walks. I'm doing health walks 2 a week, Tuesday at 9:30, trying to talk and do it at the same time, at 9:30, and Friday at 1:30. So if you're interested in that, do get in touch. And we've got the regular Pilates on a Saturday morning. I think it's the last one this week. But you can also, obviously, I do my own classes. You're welcome to have a look and have a little go at any of those if you want to. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your evening. Please put any comments in the chat. And have a good evening.